Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. Today I got another story to share with you, and I'm reading this one cold as I've read a couple other ones. And what I mean by that, I haven't skimmed or scanned it. It's the first time I've looked through it, and let's get right into it. Hi, Mac. Appreciate you taking the time. My pleasure. Thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate it. My girlfriend and I dated for about 13 months. Everything was great. We had a couple arguments, but nothing we weren't able to talk and learn from. That's a good way to put it. 3 days ago, she came over and, a long story short, explained that she doesn't think our interests align enough. So that would be values. I talk about that a lot. If values don't line up, that means that the relationship usually is going to go in two different directions. I would have to know what your values were and what she meant by this and what you think your values differ in what way. Because certain things that differ quite a bit, they're not going to change. You know, one thing that comes up quite a bit is someone wants to have kids and someone doesn't. Someone values raising a family and being in a long-term relationship with marriage, and someone doesn't. That's a value that does not align, and people try to make it work, and then it becomes contempt, not content, contempt. She wasn't sure what to do and said she didn't want to regret this because I don't seem like the type to take her back. You don't seem like the type. So she's saying you're a strong person. I confirmed that I wouldn't potential bad play. So you wrote, I confirmed that I wouldn't. Potentially a bad play. I don't know what you mean by that. But that she also didn't want to continue if it was going to happen eventually. She's thinking a little bit too much. I mean, something's bothering her about your guys' values being lined up, but she's not sure she wants to break up officially. I told her that interest is something we both haven't put much effort into, and that it's something that can be worked on. Sorry, I had to make this bigger. I confirmed that it wouldn't, okay, but that she also didn't want to continue if it was going to happen eventually. I told her that interest is something that we both haven't put much effort into and that it's something that can be worked on. Depends on what it is. It's not guaranteed to be worked on, but she didn't feel the same way. She wanted time to think, but with a lot going on. I didn't want this on my mind, so I asked her if she could make a decision while she was there. You're asking her to make a decision about the relationship? That was a bad play. After I think she was asking you to make a decision. Women like decisive men. So you're putting the ball in her court, which might have been awkward for her. After 20 or 30 minutes of hard thinking, tears, and hands in her face, she started hugging and kissing me. She said, I think we should split up. I think, but I want you to know I love you so much, and you'll find someone amazing, and I can't wait to see what a great man you become and the amazing things you'll do. I hope you have a happy life. Wow. This hurt quite a bit. Yeah, you weren't expecting that, were you? You weren't expecting that. That sounds like she had a speech in her hand waiting to tell you that. For her to blurt that out? This hurt quite a bit. I bet it did. But I calmly accepted and basically wished her the same things. We parted ways that night. Well, that's a good way to break up. I deleted her off all my social media and from my contacts. And she predicted you would do this, by the way. That's true no contact. Bravo. As well as all the pictures and things that had reminded me of her. I don't talk about this a lot, but you do need to get rid of all the pictures and stuff. I mean, it's not that you're being mean or you're in no contact. You're erasing that memory so it doesn't keep needling you in the arm all the time when you look at that picture and you're like, oh, she was so beautiful. This is complete no contact. As well as all the pictures and things that I had to remind me of her. I remember when I went into no contact immediately after a big breakup, I said, can you come pick up your stuff tomorrow? And I put all the pictures in the frames and all the little knickknacks in a shoe box or 2 shoe boxes that she hadn't picked up. And I just like pick them up on the porch. Someone's like, oh, you must have been real. No, it's like, yeah, I'm a little bit upset, but I'm just trying to show you, yeah, I'm ready to be done. It's a strong place. It's a strong approach to show, hey, you made that decision. I'm respecting it, but I'm also not going to sit around and go, oh yeah, when you want to come back, maybe in like 2 weeks, if you need to pick up that picture frame, that's weak and needy behavior, and it's not attractive as a man. I had that reminding me of, she did the same as we both agreed it would make it easier. At this point, I'm applying no, you shouldn't even know that she did the same. At this point, I'm applying no contact naturally and working on moving on, bettering myself. Good for you. Good for fucking you. Something tells me that this isn't the end and that she will end up regretting it because that was her biggest worry. Could be, but you don't need to spend time on that. That sounds like that's wishful thinking. Look at the next sentence. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't read this. The next sentence says, I wish. I wish I left the door open rather than saying I wouldn't take her back, but I did state that I would have wanted to work things out. So I guess all I can do is wait and see. No, don't wait and see. Move on and work on yourself. Take action on like what you're saying you're doing. You're not going to wait and see if she comes back. That's not the right mindset. What is your take on this? I think you handled the breakup well. I think it shocked you a bit. I don't know what the what were the values or the things that didn't line up. So that's kind of the missing piece for me. There's something evolved in your values that didn't line up for her, that was an issue that she wasn't letting go of. And it sounded like she had a speech ready for you. That didn't just come out like out of nowhere. And that was brutal. Like the words that she said, especially, I can't wait to see what a great man you become and amazing things you do. Aren't you already a great man? Why would become amazing things you'll do? I hope you have a happy life. That's the part where it's like that's deep. You need to move on. Like you said, I respected that. You did the no contact. You took all the pictures down. Good job. Now you got to deal with it for a little bit. You were together 13 months. You'll get through this, but don't have this. So I guess I can do this. Do is wait and see. No, you're not going to wait and see. You're going to move on. Something tells me that this isn't the end and that she will end up regretting it because that was her biggest worry. Well, you don't want to spend time thinking that, because that will create wishful thinking. In the next sentence, I wish I left the door open rather than saying I wouldn't take her back. You can always look back in hindsight, but you handled it well. You handled it like a man. You respected her wishes. You said, I calmly accepted and basically wished her the same things. We parted ways that night. You left it on that note. If she really wants to come back, it's possible. I don't want you to get hung up on that because it'll impede your self-improvement. It'll impede you moving on and working on yourself. And that's the most attractive person you can be when she does come back. And if it's a bonus, when she comes back and you have to decide, oh, do I want to take her back? Is it a possibility in this case? Absolutely. Do I think you should be like, yeah, wait and see? No, that's a bad mindset. Flip that and say, I'm not waiting to see. I'm moving on right now. I'm taking the bull by the horns and I'm doing what's best for me. I'm putting myself first. And you know what? Yeah, I am going to be a great man and do amazing things. Whatever that means to you, not to her. And if she sees that from afar, that's highly attractive. Now, women could just sense this even from far. I don't even know. I'm not into like the universe spirituality, but like something around there. If you're sitting around waiting around and you're kind of like being a little bit needy about it and wishful and hopeful, the minute she contacts you, you're going to be in that mindset like, oh yeah, I knew this was going to happen. You need to be more in the mindset, oh, you came back? Oh, that's a bonus. That's a plus. I've been doing my thing. Oh, it's nice, nice to hear from you. No big deal. That's where you want to be. That's where you want to be. And like I said, if you're having trouble dealing with what happened or the clarity of that, like I would need a little bit more information about the values and why they didn't line up. Okay, I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you wanted to send me your breakup story or you want to book a live coaching session with me. Thank you.